All right, guys. So today with Tech Talk with Jeremy, we're going to be talking about the LIGIANT S30 Pro lawnmower. So we're going to give it some real world examples. We're going to test it in my front yard, a little bit in my backyard with the hill, just to give you some ideas of how it will handle a variety of terrains. And then we'll give kind of our honest opinion. But first, we're going to get into the box. Like, what is in the box? Let's check it out and get to that right now. All right, guys. So today we're going to be unboxing this LIGIANT S30 Pro electric lawnmower. So let's get into the box and see what's in there. All right, guys, so as you can see, this is what came in the box. So we actually have the machine body itself. We have a charger that goes with the battery. Then we have a little screw that's gonna go on the connector rod. This is gonna go right here once we get it all connected. And then you have your manual as well. So a little bit about it just on the box, 400 watt power. It does have a blade speed of about 6,000 RPM. It has 3 different settings for the height. You have 30 millimeters, 40, and 50, which is about 1 inch, inch and a half, and 2 inches basically. And it's just right here on the side. So you can kind of see how it raises up, and then we can lower it down as well, which is perfect. Quick installation, which we're going to go over in just a couple seconds. The LIGIANT proprietary battery, and then cutting diameter about 220 millimeters, which is roughly about, I don't know, just under 9 inches, okay? Now, as you can see, under the body, there is the blade. For the battery, you actually put it in this compartment here. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it and just slide it right in. It should click. Good to go there. Now let's get into putting this together. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then what we do is we put the screw in there to make sure that it is tight. So we'll go ahead and get that on there. So we're gonna put the washer in first, and then we're gonna go ahead and screw that. And this is just gonna make it so the connector rod is just that much more stable as you are mowing. Now, the next stage is we're going to put it right here. And as you can see, you want this on the front side. So not that, but that on the front side. And it's going to have these different like kind of plastic wings here that will fit right on there. And then you bring this down, you tighten it down all the way. Okay. And then the last bit is just this guy. And you are, actually, I think this goes on the side. So let's put it on this side. Perfect. There we go. And you are good to go. All right, so let's get this out and charged, and then we'll go ahead and do some real world examples. All right, guys, so we have the LIGIANT lawnmower here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put this battery in. You just lift this up and it just clicks right in. We're gonna go on level 2. That's gonna be about 1.5 inches. See how that does. But basically what you do to get started is you press this button in and you hold this back and you go. All right, so first impressions, it's very easy to push. It is cutting pretty good, but now I'm gonna get my boys out here and see if it's easy enough for them to use. One of the chores of my son, Tommy, is actually mowing the lawn. So we're gonna have him get a shot. He is 10 years old, so this kind of gives you an idea of if your boys do chores as well, how easy it would be for them to use it. All right, go ahead. So easy enough for a 10-year-old to use. That's awesome. All right, so as you can see, it is easy enough for my 6-year-old to use. Pretty awesome. All right, so I wanted to give it a couple of different scenarios, real world scenarios. So I've got a hill here. I wanted to see how easy it was to push it up the hill. So here we go. All right, guys, so as you can see, the S30 Pro handles terrain really well, right? We went in the front yard and then we went in the backyard because our front yard is more of that level terrain, where in the backyard it has a little bit of a slope, a little bit of a hill in there, so you can kind of see how easy it is to use in both scenarios. And it was very simple in both scenarios. As you can see, my boys, my 10-year-old and my 6-year-old, were able to use it very simply, and it was very easy for them to push. Now it's probably more of my 10-year-old's job. My 6-year-old will get more and more of it as he gets older, but right now it's my 10-year-old's chore. And if you have boys or girls that you want to have that be their chores, this would be the perfect mower. Now, let's get into some of the features of it. The first one is that ultra lightweight and easy to push feature, right? It's only 13 pounds with a battery in it. That's incredible. So light. So, for my boys, it's a lot easier to use this than that other lawnmower I have that's hard for them to turn around because they just don't have the strength yet. 6,000 RPM brushless motor. So this is going to give you that stable cutting performance, longer motor lifespan, and built-in overload protection. So I wish that gas-powered motors have that, but they don't. So this is the better for protection for a longer lifespan of your lawnmower. Controlled start and safety operation, right? You have to press that safety lock plus the switch to get it to start. Also, it has to be in the 45 to 75 degrees to start. And then the working range is about 10 degrees to 75 degrees. And then the auto stop zones are 10 degrees to 75, anything below or above that. So really cool safety feature. And then you have store upright and safe space. So it saves a lot of space, right? It's only 9 inches wide. So that's going to give you just an incredible savings of space space wherever you store this. So if you store it in your garage or if you have a shed, either way, it's going to be very easy to get it in there and get it to store. And then, you have that adjustable cutting height, right? So you have 50 millimeters, 40 or 30. So think about it. If you're in the US, it's like 2 inches, inch and a half, and 1 inch. Pretty close to that. But it's going to give you that clean, even cut, ideal for regular trimming. So if you do get a little high in your lawn, shoot it up to 2 inches. If you like it a little shorter, go to the 1 inch. I like it a little shorter. In this example, I used the second setting, so that went inch and a half or 40 millimeter. But really it's up to you in terms of the length of the lawn that you prefer. And then, it can cut where others can't, right? So it can get into different situations where 14 to 16 inch, wide lawnmower just can't get to, especially if you have lawn furniture. So you have a lawn chair, you want to get under it, I would just move the lawn chair. But if you want to keep it there and you want to mow around it or under it, you can definitely do that. So a lot of good features, a lot of good pros. Also it only gets to about 73 decibels in terms of how loud the motor gets. So if you're living in a neighborhood where they just don't like loud noises, this will also be the perfect mower for you. And yeah, so just, a lot of good things to say about this mower. Very easy to use. The only kind of finicky thing is if you do have a hill, you might run into where the safety kind of shuts it off. Other than that, it's just a fantastic lawnmower. All right, and again, guys, I just love making this content for you. So, if you like it, please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell to know when we're coming out with new content. And we really appreciate you, but we'll see you in the next one.